Hey guys, we forgot to mention this at the start, but we actually filmed this episode in Worley's Cave down in Sullivan County, Tennessee. So if there's a bit of an echo, it is not because I don't know how to sync audio. It's because we're in a big cavernous cave. Okay, enjoy the episode.
Let's try.
Boom.
Can I try a technique that we're gonna have to use when we start doing this virtually?
Yeah.
What I've seen people do is one of us starts counting down from 10 and the other one hops in at 5.
Okay.
So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Oh, that's where I was supposed to jump in.
You're supposed to hop in.
Okay. Let's try it again.
What's 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay,
4,
now, see, I got confused
3.
because you started from 8, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to wait until 3 this time.
Because if it was supposed to be half, you would jump in at 4. Hey,
Right.
Wait a minute, we're live.
Hey, wait, we are live. Welcome back to the All That in a Glass Water podcast. I'm your host, Trevor.
I'm your other host, Lily. We're back to the bad-sounding episode.
This shouldn't sound as bad since this time we're holding the lapel mics.
Right.
Because I lost all the lapel clips, so we're forced to use them as regular microphones.
What if it's just like a whole bunch of scuffling from our fingers rubbing up on it? Our long little fingers rubbing all over that microphone?
Yeah,
Wouldn't sound good.
That wouldn't sound good. We do both have some of the longest fingers in the state of North Carolina.
We do. I had a friend in high school. We called him Robbie Longfinger.
Is that true?
Yeah. So he had pretty long fingers.
Was there one finger that was longer than the other fingers?
No.
Not even like the middle finger?
Well, like, no more so than like the average finger.
Right.
Just proportionally, they were all longer. But the distance between them was still the normal amount. I don't remember if he like did something that was like got him the title of Robbie Longfingers.
Like they had a competition.
He played baseball.
Oh.
Maybe it gave him an advantage as pitcher.
Oh,
He could hold on to the ball for longer.
Yeah, his follow
through.
through was better. Yeah.
So you could imbue more force into the throw from that split second extra that he got.
This chair I'm sitting in is going to be a problem when editing this. Listen to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's creaking. But that was all over the last bad-sounding episode, so it's nothing new for our dedicated listener.
That's true. They're used to it by now. Oh, in my
your
bed.
God damn, your bed creaks.
I know.
You fucking this thing?
I have. It's awful. I feel bad for my roommates because they definitely hear it.
Yeah. How do you even do that?
I just
gosh.
I'm real. I do get self-conscious about it. It's like, but it's also like I can gauge how well I'm doing based on how intense the squeaking is. So
How well you're doing being just like how rough your thrusting is. Is that like
yeah?
worse?
If you want to say it like a goddamn slut, yeah, I guess you can phrase it like that. Yeah.
Well, how well you're doing, I wouldn't think the best metric for that is like how much would this shake a bed.
That's true. I guess.
Like maybe depending on what you two are into, that could be like.
It's not like a direct like the more squeaking, the better I'm doing. It's more like a bell curve. You want to get like the medium level of squeak in there,
Right. So you're like up too high. You have a little audio recorder next to it. You can see if the levels are peaking. You're like, well, better slow down.
Yeah, no, precisely. And I use these microphones for it too. I asked her to. That's how I lost the lapel mics. Is I had attached one of these mics to someone I was seeing.
Was she naked or like her hair?
Yeah, no, it was painful for her for sure, but she was kind of into that, I think.
Yeah, it's like a clothespin kind of.
Yeah,
with
but
utility.
I just forgot to take them off, and she walked away with all my lapel mics still clipped to her. So.
Frick.
Yeah.
Do you still have one attached? She's still recording everything she does.
Yeah, no, I have a live feed going right over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey. What's all that creaking going on right
Oh,
now?
I swear to fucking God.
What the hell? We're back to reviewing Trevor's kitchen sink water.
That's right.
Mixed with a tiny bit of my bathroom water that was still in this bottle.
Yeah. Sort of the mixed drink of water.
Yeah. Mixologist. My parents got me a big cocktail set for my birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is your first podcast as a real adult.
Yeah. Is it? I thought we did one last week post adulthood. No, I guess not.
I mean, like, recording.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. It's so different up here in adulthood. For all you kids out there, it's so different the day you turn 20.
What is it like? I just, it's coming up for me, and I see it's like a big hill that's looming on the horizon that I'm going to have to climb up, and I don't know, I'm scared. Is it tough?
It's turn 21 was one of the hardest things I ever did.
Yeah.
I feel a newfound temptation every time I go into Wegmans when I pass the beer section.
Oh.
Didn't have that before, and I'm like, oh, I can't be spending all this money on alcohol. But now, I see a White Claw in there. I see a loose White Claw sitting on a shelf, and I'm like, hey. Because you couldn't do that before. They don't let you buy that before you're 21.
It's just like a loose White Claw, not in any packaging or anything.
No, it's open too, half drank, and I was gonna take it to checkout and try to buy it.
You get a discount?
Maybe.
Huh.
Be like 50% off. So like, hey, if I let you take a swig, will you take a couple bucks off this?
And retail employees, they're always, they got it tough, so they're always looking for a little liquid escape.
Right.
Let's review this water.
Yeah.
Let's taste this water here.
Trevor's waterfalling it, which is pretty respectful of him. This is my permanent water bottle.
You ever wash that thing?
No, it's permanent till it gets too dirty and I can't use it anymore, and then it's temporary.
Okay. That was a pretty nice taste, I would say. You could tell it had a little bit of like iron in there. It's got some of your necessary minerals, for sure, but not to an extent where it's like, oh God, I can taste the rust,
Right.
I'd say that's pretty good. What do you think about? Don't tip your hat to me. She's you might be able to hear the slight ruffle, but she's tipping her hat to me right now.
Thinking on that water, if I were just to speak on that water for a moment.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, speak your mind on that water, yeah.
It's okay. Felt a little bit like kind of fuzzy. Got a bit of fuzz to that water.
Bit of fuzz?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, some of that gray fuzz mold that you find on like raspberries.
Oh. Do I have like are there bacteriums growing in my stomach now?
Probably. I mean, unrelated to the water, I'm sure there are.
Well, yeah.
But related to the water, yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Well, I don't like that.
Yeah, but like, you can eat mold and be fine.
Is that true?
Yeah, you can eat some quantity of mold without issue.
Okay. I'm sure that's true to an extent. But we don't recommend that, by the way. Don't eat if you have a block of cheese in your fridge that's all moldy. Unless you're French, you're gonna want to throw that away.
But that's some of the point of the cheese. Sometimes, you go to Epcot, you go to the French section of Epcot, you get the cheese there in the French section of Epcot. And it's got all the mold and stuff on it.
I don't know that Epcot has a French section.
Oh, it does.
Does it?
I know that it does.
Oh.
So what you know is irrelevant.
You know what it does? I had dinner in the French section.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Same. I met a French student there. I applied for the Disney College. I think I told you this story off air, but I want to vent again. Applied for the frickin' Disney College thing because I wanted a job over the summer, and how frickin' cool would it be to work at Disney World?
Oh, yeah.
And they instantly rejected me based on my answers to their bullshit little quiz about, like, would your friends describe you as a hard worker? Strongly agree. And I put agree instead of strongly agree too many times. And they instantly, right after I submitted it, said you're no longer under consideration for this role.
Whoa.
Mickey's mad at me.
He's angry.
He remembers my name, my face. He won't let me in the parks anymore.
Well, that's really a a result. I feel like that's very common when applying for jobs in this country. Anyways, you're in fact encouraged to lie about your personal ability.
Yeah.
In order to get the job.
I thought at first that I was too positive about myself, and they thought I was lying.
Yeah.
You have to put some of them where it's like, you always keep your workstation clean, and you're like, well, no, everyone's got flaws. I am a big old slob, and I don't clean up after myself at work.
Yeah.
But then I went on the frickin' subreddit for the Disney College program, and they're like, yeah, just put strongly agree on everything that's good, and you'll get through it just fine. So I'm very upset.
That's wacky, because I've known people who are not as hardworking as you.
Exactly.
Who've gotten into that program.
Really? Where are they?
Well,
are they at Disney right now?
No, I cannot disclose their location currently. I have them in a safe, protected place, far away from your influence.
It's the Animal Kingdom. They think they can hide out in the Kilimanjaro Safari.
Beep. She found you. Get the fuck out of there now. No, they're not in there.
Okay. Is it in Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout?
Beep. She fucking found the second place too. Holy shit.
Are they those ghosts at the top of the Tower of Terror?
Beep. Okay, you're just gonna want just get out of Disney World. You're gonna want to go to SeaWorld or something. It's too late for you.
They're on the Manatee Big Drop.
the Manatee Big Drop. Okay? SeaWorld is still open, right?
Yeah.
It still exists. Oh, by the way, I'm going to give that water a 4 out of 5 thirsty points.
That one would be a 3 out of 5 thirsty points for me.
Okay. Speaking of water, SeaWorld.
Yeah.
That's a place that still exists, right?
We all know it. We all love it. SeaWorld.
Do you love it? Do you love SeaWorld?
I had someone gave me like a SeaWorld wristband in high school that I wore all the time because I liked the look of it. But someone got mad at me for wearing a SeaWorld wristband because SeaWorld's a bad place.
Yeah.
But it's got good vibes.
Have you been?
A long time ago I went.
Did you enjoy it?
I remember enjoying it. This was, I don't know, I was maybe 12. I enjoyed the killer whale shows. They did one part where they tased the killer whales. When they wouldn't do the tricks right, they tased them with a big stick and electrocuted the whole pool.
Whoa.
And they were like, the more you cheer, the more we tase. The whole crowd went wild. That was a fun show to be a part of.
Oh, yeah. I got to see one of their infamous trainer killing shows, and that was a real pivotal moment in my life.
Wow, what was that like?
It was like witnessing a murder, but from an innocent creature who knows no better and is driven to insanity through pointless captivity that it will never understand because it does not have a concept of personal possession, and especially does not have a concept of money.
Right.
So that was a really fun time. It was a nice family vacation.
Yeah.
They're not like breeding any more killer whales, or they're not getting any more in. I think they're just letting the ones they have now die, right?
Yeah. I think the thing was they're still doing shows until they all die out.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think people would like it more if they were like, we're sending them to a nice retirement home and where they can live out their last days in a giant pool that's you could almost mistake it for an ocean.
Yeah.
But no, they're like, we are going to keep abusing these things until they keel over. But after that, we're done, we promise.
Yeah. And that's, I guess it's good that they're not continuing that torture. But it's, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's just like a water-themed, like, Six Flags.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Do they have, like, roller coasters there?
They got the Manatee Big Drop.
That was real?
It's, they have some, like, the Manta Ray or something. It's this cool roller coaster that, like, splashes through the water a little bit.
Okay.
Looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
I've watched a ride through of it.
But the Manatee Big Drop, that's not That's not a real thing.
Too many manatees died, so they had to shut that one down.
They were using real manatees.
Yeah, because this is in the Orlando location.
Yeah,
so they're right by the Florida Keys. So they go out there with a big net. They catch a bunch of manatees, and then like whatever seats aren't full on the manatee big drop, they put a manatee in there.
Oh, that's
kind
genius.
of the gimmick of the ride, and then it's just like a drop tower.
Yeah,
but the manatees are out of water. And whenever the ride would break down and get stuck, they wouldn't get back in the tank fast enough, and they would drown.
They would. Oh,
right
okay.
next to kids.
Whoa, I think manatees breathe air, so that's.
They need a little water.
Yeah, they need that moisture.
Yeah, it's dry up there when you're at the top of the drop tower.
Oh yeah,
out there in Orlando, above the clouds, the world's tallest drop tower.
Really, putting these. More of an experiment, really, to see what the physical limits of the manatee are.
Yeah, researchers loved it because they could see because they're doing a lot of work to see like how to keep those propeller boats from killing manatees.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, maybe if we train them in low oxygen environments up above the clouds, almost exiting the Earth's atmosphere, they could like become more resilient to boats.
Yeah. But no, they just die.
No, made the manatees extinct.
Oh no!
Killed the last one with that. It was a big line to get on the final ride with the final manatee.
Wow, the cow of the sea.
What are your thoughts on Universal Studios?
I like Universal Studios. I don't like it as much as Disney World.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they got good atmosphere there. They have I like the whole Harry Potter thing.
Mm-hmm.
They got going on. I think they run the risk of like people losing interest in Harry Potter just because time passes, I guess.
Yeah.
So
it's really all they got going.
Yeah.
They have Jurassic World now.
That's true.
Which is also a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna fall back on after that? Cat in the Hat Land.
Yeah, I do like they got the Dr. Seuss thing going on too. That's kind of fun.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
But I think I like it for different reasons from like, the lay person.
Mm-hmm.
As a theme park expert, I enjoy the Cat in the Hat performers.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of respect for those people.
Are they embody the character of the Cat in the Hat?
Yeah, it's actually Mike Myers in every suit.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
See, after his big hit, have you seen the live action Cat in the Hat film? I believe from 2003.
That was one of my childhood favorites.
Freaking love that movie. I really want to go to Disney World, Trevor.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to go to Disney World right now. Can we do our big season finale at Disney World? You want to go to Disney World in 2 weeks?
Oh jeez. I don't think I can. I got a doctor's appointment.
You can't go to Disney. That's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
I can't go to Disney World.
That's the issue. I don't have any. I do have money. I don't have money to spend on Disney World though.
No, it's not. Yeah. Where the fuck does money go? Who fucking took it from me?
Right?
Is it Starbucks?
It must be.
Was it all the fucking money I spent at Starbucks?
I guess
Is
so.
that where all my damn money went?
Probably. If you're going to Starbucks. I do see you, like, you bring home, like, you don't have to buy 4 lattes at once. You can just buy one at a time.
But I put them in the fridge and I can take them back to Starbucks later and ask them to reheat them. So it saves money in the long run because I don't have to buy 3 separately. I only have to pay for tax once.
But don't they charge for use of the steam wand?
Yeah, but it's half off what a normal latte would be.
But you're still losing money overall. You could just wait. It's just a little bit of tax, just a few cents.
I don't think you understand. You get the 4 at once.
Right.
You can have a latte whenever you want.
Sure.
All you have to do is take it back to Starbucks and pay half off to get them to reheat it. And it's way more convenient because then you don't have to order it again.
But that's more money than it would take for the I don't think you're being very smart about this. If you got a financial advisor, they would tell you to not do that.
My financial advisor is the Starbucks guy. That's why I go so often, is because I need to ask him, like, hey, how do I do my taxes? And he's like, you don't gotta worry about it. And I'm like, thank God, that was stressing me out.
What's the Starbucks guy's name?
Shirley.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Shirley, the Starbucks guy.
Yeah. What are you looking at here? 25-year-old loner.
Yeah, hear this YouTube channel, Healthy Gamer GG.
I've never heard of Healthy Gamer GG. What is that?
It's Dr. K. I love Dr. K.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a psychiatrist or a psychologist or whatever. He works with like therapy people. He helps people with their minds.
It's awesome.
And he's helping me with my mind in this parasocial relationship I formed with him.
The purpose of his content is to help you with your mind.
Yeah.
I think receiving help for your mind is not parasocial in and of itself.
Well, I'm also in love with him.
Okay.
And I've been sending him letters asking for his hand.
In marriage?
Yeah, but he hasn't responded.
That's pretty rude of him.
I keep getting like return to sender stamps. So he's not listening to me. And it's just really hard because he's helped me so much, and I want to help him too, you know?
Yeah. What was his name again?
Dr. K.
Trevor, I have a special treat for you on this episode. I know you've been reaching out to him.
Yeah.
And there's a reason he hasn't been responding to you, Trevor.
Why?
He and I were planning a big surprise. We have Dr. K's talking dog. Little Doc.
Little Doc?
Ruff, it's me, Little Doc.
Hey, Little Doc.
Hey, Trevor, I bring word from Dr. K.
What is it, Little Doc? Tell me.
Dr. K doesn't want to marry you. He thinks you're gross and creepy.
What? Why would he say that about me?
He thinks he wants you to stop watching his videos.
But I love his videos. I'm a Patreon supporter.
He says he wants nothing less than your money. He'd rather you eat me right now than you support another month on patreon.com/drk.
Oh, God. Oh, what have I done? I spent hundreds on this wedding, planning this wedding. And now he doesn't even want me to give him money on Patreon?
There is one thing you can do for him to regain his trust.
Please, Little Doc, tell me. I'll do anything.
You have to defeat the anti-Dr. K. K-Doctor.
K-Doctor?
It's his robot arch nemesis.
Oh, and the one who gets into people's minds and makes them spend hours of time in their room alone, not talking to anyone?
That's the one. And he's in your mind, Trevor. You gotta get him. You gotta defeat him.
Oh.
Quick. Open your firewall, Trevor.
It's... I opened it. It's down.
It is I, K-Doctor. You think you can defeat me with a small firewall. The only thing that can defeat me is a late 60s, early 70s comedian reference.
Oh, God.
But no chance you have one of those, fool. Trevor, you gotta, come on. This is our big chance to defeat K-Doctor.
Did you say late 60s, early 70s?
Yes.
K-Doctor?
That is correct.
Just give me a second here. Let me think.
Take your time, Trevor. There's no rush.
Can't think of a single Rodney Dangerfield joke in this moment. Oh, okay. Here we go. I don't get no respect at all. I went to the doctor the other day, and he told me that my liver was bad. I asked him if I could get a second opinion, and he said, "Okay, you're ugly too."
I, K-Doctor, have been defeated. I will retreat to my lair in Kansas. Trevor, you did it.
Now,
You beat the K-Doctor.
now me and Dr. K can be together forever.
That's right. But there's a little secret.
Yeah?
Dr. K was never mad at you, Trevor.
What?
It was all a plan to give you the motivation you need to defeat the K-Doctor and save your brain.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. K. You work in mysterious ways, but I'm going to be healthy now for the rest of my life.
You're welcome, Trevor.
Oh,
Now let's get married.
okay, Dr. K. Your voice is much deeper in person. You're really...
I have a cold, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll still kiss you.
Oh, that's awesome. We haven't gotten it officiated yet.
Oh, you're right.
Lil Doc is certified. Lil Doc can officiate for us.
Okay. Right here, right now?
Yep.
We can do it now?
We brought your whole family here today.
Mom, Dad,
Hey, Trevor.
brother, sister.
Hey,
I didn't know you were.
Trevor.
I didn't know I had a sister. Oh my God, they're
What's
all
up,
here.
Trevor, it's me, your long lost sister.
That's getting too confusing
My
for
name's,
me.
My name's Trevor.
What?
Wait, you gotta say it like that.
What?
Yeah. You know all those emails you've been getting from another Trevor? We say your last name on this show.
No.
From another Trevor that really doesn't seem like it's been you.
Yeah,
But they always capitalize the R.
that's right. They capitalized the R in Trevor instead of the T. Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, Trevor. It's your sister, your long lost sister.
Bomb. Tune into next week's All That in a Glass of Water to see how this exciting tale concludes. Okay.
Let's cut the commercial on that.
Have you ever needed to write something down, but you didn't have any place to do it?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about a little something I like to call Post-it notes. Post-it notes are...
Post-it what?
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Post-it notes. They're pretty popular. I'm surprised you haven't heard of them.
You talking about when the post office tries to sell me those little stickers, then they tell me they'll teleport my mail all over the world?
No. This is a brand of... You can write stuff down.
Are you talking about those cave paintings they found up in Antarctica?
No, it's much simpler. It's just it's a small piece of paper. There's a sticky part on top, and you can write things down and then put them places as little reminders, maybe.
Put them where?
On your wall, put them in your notebook, put them on your arm.
Where can I buy them?
You come down to Staples.
Staples?
That's right.
You talking about those little metal things I always find on my foot?
Well, those are probably Staples, but I'm talking about the retail chain store, Staples.
You talking about those 3 big shots that you give me when my arm got cut open by a bee?
No, well, those are also Staples, but again, it's a retail chain store, very very popular. They sell a lot of office supplies, and you can buy the Post-it notes there.
Office supplies, like Michael and Jim and all the rest of the gang?
No, that's the NBC show The Office. I'm talking about what you use when you're working. And you have to write things down and staple things and a lot of papers and files.
What the hell? What kind of sick, fucked up dream is this?
Buy Post-it notes today at your local Staples so you won't be confused. Hey, we're back with the All That in a Glass of Water podcast.
We'll get a part 2.
Huh?
We'll get a part 2 of our big episode.
Part 2?
Yeah, well, we did the first part, and this is part 2.
Oh, right. Yeah. I murdered Dr. K. It was all a ploy.
Oh, I thought we were going to do that in the next episode.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where he died off screen.
Yeah, he died.
We couldn't get the actor back.
No.
For the next episode, so yeah, Dr. K died off screen. So did Lil Doc.
It was really sad. It was a horrible accident.
Oh, you.
Yeah. But this video I have pulled up here, I watched a few YouTube videos last night on the loneliness epidemic, is what they're calling it.
That's what they're calling it.
Now this
What's
isn't.
that?
It's not something. It's not like a disease epidemic, but it is a disease in that if you have one lonely person, that's one person less to keep another person company.
Right.
So in that way, it is sort of like a disease. None of the YouTube videos I watched said that. I just made that up right now, but it does kind of work.
Checks out for me.
And it basically all these videos I was watching were talking about how modern, how like the culture right now is to be very individual. You know, to work on your emotions like for yourself, to put yourself first. But in doing that, humans are very social animals. We derive a lot of our happiness from social interaction. So, by putting yourself and your emotions first, oftentimes you're doing more damage to yourself by not allowing, connection with other people.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a real issue. What we can do about that? I don't know.
Freaking, was that ContraPoints I saw?
ContraPoint?
ContraPoints not telling you how to fix this?
No, well, I was gonna watch this. I've never seen a ContraPoints video, but this person I found last night, Kidology. I just watched one of her videos, but she recommended this video, so I was gonna watch this. But it's actually longer than the last full-length feature film that I've watched.
What? How long is it?
It's an hour and 48 minutes.
Yeah. ContraPoints videos are big on someone else recommends them, and then you pull that tab up and you leave that open for a week or two, and then you close it because you realize that's not happening.
Yeah.
That's my main relation with ContraPoints.
I like, how do you feel about like YouTube video essays in general?
I like them. I haven't been watching as many. My attention span for like 3-hour videos is shorter than it used to be. I watch a lot of Big Joel. I catch every Big Joel video. He's my favorite one.
Okay, I watch a few Big Joel. I watch more of his like second channel, Little Joel. Cause
fucking love Little Joel.
They're great.
Oh my god, they're fantastic.
Yeah, but because it's like Big Joel videos, but they're more casual.
Yeah,
they're like short. Yeah.
They're little. I like that. Sometimes the takes are wrong.
Oh well, yeah.
And he owns up to that, and I like that he doesn't worry about his takes so much.
Yeah.
He's very bold with his takes.
What's an example of a take that was wrong?
I tend to agree with all of his takes, but sometimes he says they're wrong. He said he had a big his big series on cut out the part of you that's cringe.
I haven't seen that.
He was commenting on a meme that was like, don't cut out the part of you that's cringe. Cut out the part that cringes. Like, you shouldn't live in fear of what other people think of you.
Sure.
And he was like, I disagree with this meme. You should cut out the part of you that's cringe. Don't be cringe. And then a bunch of people disagreed. So he made a whole bunch of response videos that were like defending his take on you should cut out the part of you that's cringe. And I could go either way on whether or not you should cut out the part of you that's cringe or the part that cringes. I think I could do with a little bit of both, frankly. And I think, we're going straight down the middle is where a lot of these things lie.
Yeah. I was watching a video last night of Jon Stewart, former late night talk show host, and I guess he has a show that I don't know how often it airs. It's very political, so I don't watch a whole lot of it or the clips of it. But he was talking to this politician, and he kept asking this politician questions, and then just like interrupting his answer. Which I don't think this politician was a particularly smart guy. But like it feels like, like especially like older people or people stuck in their ways. They just like interrupt a lot. There's a lot of interruption, and like not letting other people get their point across, which is why I like the whole. Like what you were just talking about with the Little Joel videos, where you can sort of like, have a dialogue that's uninterrupted because of the way the internet works. Yeah.
Yeah, someone can always.
And I do think that it's important to let other people speak whenever you're talking with them. So
that's a good point.
And another video I was watching the other day was on I don't know. What were you gonna say?
No, I was trying to talk so you could do that joke. I didn't have any. I got nothing.
I got nothing too.
God, I hate old people. I think we treat old people too harshly in our society.
Yeah.
No, please, after you.
I was listening to the Conan O'Brien podcast last night, and he was saying that like we used to respect old people, but then in like 1966, we sort of stopped doing that.
That was the year we decided these people.
Oh yeah, in the 60s, the whole like those damn those fucking, what are they called? Not like hippies, but like
the counterculture movement.
The counterculture movement. What were they called? Hang on, I got it.
Gays.
Yeah, those fucking gays came in and started beating up all the old people. No, what are they? Beatniks. That's what they would call them. Those fucking beatniks came in, and they started breaking the frail, brittle bones of the older generations. Eisenhower was famously beaten up on January 21st, 1961, the day after he left office.
Wow.
By one of those beatniks.
They just drop all Secret Service protection right after you leave?
Pretty much, yeah. At any time, Eisenhower lived in fear after he went out of office. Every time he saw any kind of van-like vehicle, he would hide just in terror, like behind a bush.
Did the gays that got him come from a van?
Yeah, well, one of those like mystery machine type mobiles.
The Scooby-Doo van.
Oh yeah, those beatniks and gays, they love the Scooby-Doo vans, yeah.
God, I'd love to own a Scooby-Doo van to go beat up old people.
Yeah, especially Eisenhower. Too bad he died.
Yeah. Some complications from his injuries.
Yeah. So old people, you think we should give them more respect?
I don't know, because a lot of them don't deserve it. Mm-hmm. And that makes sense that, like, in the 60s and 70s, when counterculture was becoming the mainstream,
yeah,
and it was like, more people are realizing that the opinions of the elderly are not worthwhile, and oftentimes bad, and they're worse at making decisions, and it's frustrating that so many of them are in, government and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm all fucking down and ragging on Nancy Pelosi for being 95 years old.
Sure.
And, like, praying that she has a heart attack.
Oh, okay. Actually wishing death upon her, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone else in Congress over the age of, like, 70.
Sure. Including our president.
Oh yeah. You wouldn't believe. But also, like, I don't know. I think we can sometimes be like, because I want to still be liked by people when I'm 70.
Yeah.
God willing, I make it.
Sure.
And I was, hopefully my opinions stay good. Hopefully my opinions can keep up with the times.
Let's say, okay, time passes. Time moves on.
Yeah. As it is wont to do. Am I right or am I right?
Jeez, I can't help it.
Oh.
Can't but keep moving forward day by day.
Time's arrow.
I mean, think about that. Have you ever woken up on like the 19th and have it still be the 19th the next day? No, that doesn't happen.
We spent 10,000 years on January 19th, 2021. I did a little Groundhog Day real quick, but that's not relevant to this conversation.
No, and I don't remember that, of course.
No, you only lived it once. You saw the final day.
Yeah.
Did I say the 19th? I meant the 6th.
What?
The only way to break the loop was to get a whole bunch of rioters in the Capitol building.
Oh, that was, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
It took me 10,000 years.
Oh my
It's
god.
really fucking hard.
I guess there really wasn't an issue until you created it.
Oh, we were gonna be fine.
So
I saw the end of that day, like, America was healed.
we were fully fixed.
Yeah,
But
like there was no more political divide. President Joe Biden got elected with 98% votes. They redid the election in one day.
Wow.
He got 98%.
That's
incredible. The rest were all babies that couldn't vote.
The 2%, the 2% of the vote that didn't. Right, they were children. They physically, not even that they weren't old enough. They just physically didn't. They were infants and couldn't get to the polls.
Yeah, and some kind of god or deity or something really didn't like unity, so they were like, they put me in a time loop until I stopped that.
Yeah, we had to cut this next section, but you'll probably be able to figure out why with the next thing I say. I think maybe incest is on the brain, because in Arrested Development, there's the whole plot point where Michael Cera is attracted to his cousin.
That was funny as hell.
Oh, it is. It's so funny. And now they're at the point in the series where they're like, they like maybe is into him too, into George Michael.
Yeah.
There's like a time jump, right? Because there's time between the third series and the next one.
Yeah.
Right.
Michael Cera's like 35.
Like
now.
an adult.
Yeah. Still plays a pretty good kid. He could film Scott Pilgrim right now, no problem.
It's like the cast on that fucking show is insane. It's like crazy, and there are like so many other recognizable like comedic actors in it too.
Yeah.
Who was in? Martin Short was in an episode. They got a bunch of like just random people from The Office who weren't in The Office yet.
Right.
They have Will Arnett, of course, in the main cast.
Who could forget? Will Arnett, Patton Oswalt comes in.
Oh, really?
Several times, I think.
And of course, Michael Cera, which I guess this is like how he got his start, and he's already like a great actor.
Yeah.
Really, from the outset, I feel like he fits that role very naturally. Just a fantastic show. But anyways,
I'm not fond of Jason Bateman.
Really?
I don't know. I listened to one episode of his podcast with Will Arnett and this other guy who no one gives a fuck about, where they interviewed Joe Biden. And I was like, I wish it was just Will Arnett interviewing Joe Biden. So Will Arnett's way better than Jason Bateman.
You don't like Jason Bateman like as a personality outside of his acting, or just overall?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's probably a fine guy. I didn't find him that funny on Arrested Development.
Right.
And he's pretty good dramatically in Ozark, but I just don't like that show. So, like, sue me. I wouldn't date Jason Bateman,
Yeah. That's fair. No, he's not asking you out, so...
You wouldn't believe how many times Jason Bateman has asked me out.
You got, like, voicemail proof of that?
No, he only does it in person when no one else is there, and then he's like, no one's ever going to believe you that I asked you out.
Wow, he was right, because I don't believe you.
I know, he's manipulating me.
They got this joke, this running gag on the show for George Michael's like girlfriend Anne, where they're like, why is he attracted to her? Like implying that this child actor is unattractive, and like even straight man Michael is like plays into that too, and I find it really weird. Because it's like, well, what does the girl playing Anne think? Like, if they're making all these jokes about how unattractive she is,
Right.
Like, what is that going to do to her self-esteem? And I get that, like, the point is that this family is kind of awful and, like, very vain. But I feel like they could at least have, like, one character who is, like, at least decent to her.
Yeah. That's Jason Bateman's go-to on that show.
Yeah, it is.
He's always the nice one who's normal and a good guy.
Unless he's making fun of a child for being... Not making fun, but, like, poking at a child for being unattractive.
Yeah.
I don't know, just weird. Anyways, I don't like it when pieces of media talk about other pieces of media. because that just makes me want to go watch the other piece of media instead of listening to it, the current piece of media I'm listening to.
Oh, so true. That's what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, we do that a lot. We do that too much, I think.
Yeah.
Most of our episodes are talking about some other show.
Are they? Most of them?
It's a significant portion where at least we mention it.
Huh.
How about we plan our epitaphs? No, let's not do that. I don't want to think about death that much.
Oh.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I've been thinking about death a lot recently, actually.
You're okay with talking
Yeah.
about that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we can plan our epitaphs.
I think about death every single day of my life.
Is this something you are cool with?
It's something I feel I've recently accepted that I am going to die. Because I convinced myself that I had a disease that was going to kill me in 2 to 5 years, but I don't think I have that disease.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't have that disease.
Yeah, I am too.
What was the disease?
I thought I had ALS because I was getting these muscle twitches.
Right.
But I don't think that I do for a number of reasons. One of which is that most people who get that are already really old.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
You're pretty young and spry.
Pretty spry, yeah. But that that got me thinking about how I will be remembered, and I think my actual epitaph. What is that?
I want to say, I could be wrong, and that'd be embarrassing. It's the markings on your grave.
Oh, okay. I don't think I really want a grave. Like, I think once I'm dead, like, I don't really care how I'm remembered because I can't really think about it.
Right.
Because I'm dead.
You don't think like your loved ones would want you to have a grave?
I'm sure they'll give me one, but like it doesn't matter to me,
Yeah. I think some people probably care deeply about what happens to their body.
Oh yeah.
I'm with you in that I don't give a shit. My plan is to be like, I don't know, what's the normal amount of plan for when you die to have when you're 20 years old? What do you think? Because I feel like we're similar in that we both have a lot.
Well, you're 21, so you got to start thinking about.
You're right.
That more.
I got one foot in the grave now.
I don't know. I think most people our age probably don't think about it that much, and if they do, they go to a party and get drunk and forget. Because we're at the age where if we were living if we were in our natural hunter-gatherer lifestyle, our small-scale society, we would have I would have sired many children by this point.
Is this a better lifestyle, you think?
I think so.
You seem to have a sort of yearning for it.
I do.
That I disagree with.
I was reading a while ago for my cultural anthropology class about a group of a hunter-gatherer Aboriginal society that was nomadic. So they traveled around, and they had no concept of personal possession. They lived day to day. If they didn't have food that day, they would just go like, no, well, we'll catch some food tomorrow. We'll gather more food tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if they did have food that day, they would feast. They would have a good time. They didn't worry about the future. They just lived there in the moment. Which they didn't really go into any of the like intergroup conflicts between like that society and like other potential ethno-linguistic groups. But that also exists in hunter-gatherer groups, so that would be maybe a longer term issue they'd have to worry about. But in terms of just like survival, they pretty much they live day to day, and they seemed fairly happy from the reading. That's sort of what I garnered from it. So,
I feel the temptation to be like return to monkey.
Yeah,
was the old saying for it.
Sure.
Reject civilization, return to monkey. Of like, so there's a lot of stressors in modern life.
Yeah.
That it's frustrating that we have to deal with. And it's like human brains weren't built for this. But also, I don't know, it can fall into a little bit of like the naturalistic fallacy of like, because something is what animals do, it is better. That just like, I don't know. I try to remind myself that we live in, despite the stressors, as a total human experience, we live in like objectively the best time for like general quality of life. Maybe it's dropped a little bit the past like 3 years.
Okay.
But like, I mean, child mortality, food scarcity, all that stuff is like better than it's ever been because of stuff from modern life.
Sure.
So it's a give and a take. And I don't know. I try to remember that when I'm like, God, I hate modern society. I'm like, people were like born in the wrong generation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, music these days, maybe you don't like it, but also tuberculosis sucks.
Yeah.
And we in our society don't have to deal with that anymore.
But, counterpoint, if we lived in a small-scale hunter-gatherer society, those diseases, like tuberculosis, would not spread quite as easily.
Yeah, but how many kids died in childbirth? How many mothers died in childbirth?
Oh, that's true.
With no medicine.
That's true.
to help out.
I mean, that's sad, I guess, but I don't know. I don't think progress, whatever, however you define progress, is necessarily always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think humans are very, very, hierarchical.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there are a lot of things that we'd be better off if we weren't so hierarchical and we could work together better. And I think it's easier to work with other people in like a smaller scale.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there are a lot of benefits to like a globalized world. And I think there are enough good people in the world that those benefits spread out eventually to everyone in society. And I agree technology and technological advancement isn't inevitably good, but I think we're pretty good at making it good. Yeah. Like I don't know. If all technology were erased from the world today, it'd be a disaster.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be terrible. And I don't think society would eventually build back to be better. I think that would forever be a loss, is kind of my take.
All it would take is one solar flare.
That's right. And we should be worried about that. And that's something we should feel anxiety about on a day-to-day basis.
Did you watch that movie? I think it was called Transcendence. It's about a guy who like uploads his mind into like an artificial intelligence. In the end of the film, don't watch it. It's not a very good movie.
Okay.
But the end of the movie is like the AI intelligence like destroys all technology, and like the environment is almost magically healed completely.
Yeah.
From after humans have done all their shit to it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would think about this too because I would listen to a podcast yesterday about the book The Population Bomb, which was like from like an environmentalist perspective promoting eugenics of like this false idea that overpopulation is what's killing the earth, when we've kind of proven there's a carrying capacity for humans, but we are far from it. And like we're fully capable of feeding everybody without destroying the environment, and it's like capitalism, and the way our societies are structured that are causing people to die from like overpopulation, overcrowding. None of that's real. Yeah, it's all societal. And yeah, the book kind of jump started. It came out in like the 60s. It jump started this tendency to feel like humans are the blight upon the earth, and it can be healed by us leaving. When like, I mean, I don't know. Like, would nature be better off if there were no humans? Yeah. But I also think we have values that we have to hold higher and find a way to coexist.
Sure. Yeah. We're going to do that by building a bunch of rockets and moving to Mars.
That's right. We're getting rid of a lesser planet. We don't. 'Cause I would be all down for fucking blowing up Mars.
For blowing it up. Wait, we're just gonna, like, wouldn't that be crazy if Elon Musk tomorrow announced, hello everyone, I've decided to blow up Mars. There will be no more Mars in the sky. And we were just like, can he do that? And like, they can't find any legal recourse.
I bet he could. If he had the technology to do it, I bet he could. And honestly, like, some people would be happy.
Yeah.
I would be pretty mad. But, like, it wouldn't be that big a deal.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think he'd, like, be ruined if he decided I'm going to blow up Mars.
No.
He'd be fucking fine.
I think would it, like, interrupt how the planets move? Like, it might shift our orbit and we could be, like, everything could be, like, really hot all of a sudden.
Would it? I think slightly, but I don't think it'd be that big a deal.
Really?
It's compared to the sun gravity, like, Mars is negligible.
That's true.
Like, even Jupiter has a bigger gravitational pull on us than Mars. So, like, I'm pretty sure we could blow up Mars. Hey, Elon, as your science advisor, I'm pretty sure it'd be fine if you blow up Mars.
Oh, that's fantastic. We're gonna blow up Mars now. Send up a bunch of C4.
Is there are we like getting resources from the core of Mars, or is it just kind of like for the spectacle? It would look pretty cool seeing Mars blow up in the night sky. That'd be a fun time. That'd be a fun event.
We're gonna let all the pieces float out everywhere. We're not gonna. There's a bunch of iron. They found a whole lot of iron that we could use, but we're not going to.
Yeah, people always talked about Earth running out of water. When I was in like elementary school, they discovered water on Mars for like the 90th time. And they were like, guys, we're going to be able to go get water from there when Earth runs out of water. It's like, when's that going to happen?
It isn't like a cycle?
Yeah. They were like, don't let the sink run because, that water can never come back. That's what they told me. They were like, if you pee in water and flush the toilet, that water is gone forever. It's like, no, it's not.
It's not true.
Even if it doesn't go through the waste plants that are very effective, it's going to go back to the big old ocean and stream and rivers. That water is still on the planet.
They probably told you that because it fucking costs money, Timmy, okay?
Right. The real cost is like electricity.
Yeah.
But maybe they thought we were too stupid to understand that, so they were just like, water's not a renewable resource.
Yeah.
Like, no, but it's also not a usable resource, really. It's pretty fucking... There's not many things we do that literally remove water from the planet.
That's true. Except, hello everyone, I'm Elon Musk and I'm shipping 100,000 gallons of water into space for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
It's not a lot of water. 100,000 gallons.
We're gonna do that.
That's like one pool.
We're gonna do that every day.
That's like a tank in SeaWorld. Okay,
for
every
the
day
next
that'll
6
start.
years.
Oh damn.
We could give this water to thirsty children in the sub-Sahara.
Is this potable water?
This is potable water.
Damn.
This is not seawater. This is not infested with any disease. But we are going to send it into the vast expanse of space.
Wow. As your science advisor, Elon, why are we doing this?
The point of doing this is to show those aliens that we're selfless and that we don't need the material resources on this planet.
Oh, do they need it?
No, they don't survive on water.
Right.
I'm going to go back to my Tesla and drive around for a while.
Okay, whoa, he's doing donuts in the parking lot. That's awesome. Wow. That's pretty sick, guys. We'll send up the first batch. We put the last manatee in there.
All right. Also, just a quick point.
Yep.
Why haven't we sent an object into the sun? We can do it. We just haven't.
Did we not, really?
I don't think we have.
Never sent a fucking little probe to the sun just to see what would happen?
I think we've sent them, like, near the sun. I don't think we've, like, just shot something into the sun just to see what would happen, though.
I guess it's probably, like, you can't transmit data from too close to the sun.
Yeah.
So by the time we got to the part where we're learning anything new, we wouldn't be getting any info.
That's
and
true.
then it's into the sun. So we're still getting, info from, like, Voyager, sending in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
It'd be easier to go into the sun, too.
Yeah.
Because just, like, send it in the direction of the sun.
Exactly. We can just watch from Earth and see if there's any change.
Yeah. If we just sent it out, it escaped Earth's gravity, I guess it would still have the velocity of the Earth, so it'd still be going kind of sideways. But would it just fall into the sun eventually?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to run the numbers on this.
Send those over to NASA. We can do it. We have the technology.
Yeah.
Let's get a question.
Okay. Trevor, what's wrong, Trevor?
I got so much knowledge in my head.
Oh no, we gotta get it out somehow quick. Somebody needs some advice somewhere in the world. We gotta find them.
Okay, today's question comes from Colleen.
Hello, Colleen.
It says, a bird flew like right over my head, feet in my hair.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's the question.
This is a huge fear of mine. Every time I see a bird flying by, I'm like, this thing could fly right into my fucking neck and I'd be dead. They got sharp beaks.
Birds have evolved to point their beaks towards the jugular
Well,
when flying towards a human.
birds hit fucking windows all the time.
Yeah.
What, and these things can't be infallible. Surely they're going to make an error and hit something opaque like me.
Yeah.
How many people do you think have died from birds impaling them?
At least probably 2. Maybe.
Yeah, that's too many. We got to get rid of these things.
I agree. You know what? I agree. We were talking about how humans aren't inherently like a plague to the earth, but I think that if we do need to kill a part of nature, it should be all birds.
Right. That's the first group we should go for.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like that they're the ancestors of dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs. That's really cool to me because I do love dinosaurs a lot. I'm big into dinosaurs. So that would be a big loss. Yeah. But like we already lost like the T-Rex and everything, so it's not like we're losing any cool ones.
It's true. I find it. I always thought it was weird that people say birds are like, because I don't know. There were mammals around during dinosaur times too. Mm-hmm. So like you could call them dinosaurs. But you're talking about
because a dinosaur was a type of thing and a mammal was a different type of thing.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
It's about their bone structure and I don't know, probably something else.
Like they're like big lizards.
Yeah. I don't know if every creature that we think of as a dinosaur is technically a dinosaur.
Right.
Because I've heard avian dinosaurs as a term as well.
Mm-hmm.
They included like raptors and stuff. There was like the bipedal ones.
Yeah.
That had feathers probably. I don't know if like, because a triceratops feels very different.
Yeah.
Is a triceratops truly a bird?
I don't know. But we know that it is scary to be, basically nearly bombed by one of these dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So
you can tell your friends a dinosaur fucking scraped my head today. And they'll be like, okay.
Let me take a look at that. I might be able to patch that up for you.
Got this giant scar from I think they built a Jurassic Park near here.
Oh, go.
And one of the dinosaurs got out.
Okay. Yeah, I can only see here. Let me push that pink squishy substance back in.
Oh, it's triggering all my memories. I had my life flash before my eyes when you touched all that goo.
Well, hopefully I didn't. Oh, some got on my fingers. Okay.
Like, you should see the other guy.
That's
the dinosaur.
Yeah.
I fucked it up.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck up the dinosaurs. If you see a dinosaur still around, they're not meant to be there. They were supposed to die, right?
I'm feeling pretty woozy over here.
Oh yeah. Do
you think you could kill every dinosaur to avenge me?
Yeah, you go. You die peacefully there. I'll go out with my gun and I'll shoot the rest of the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll take care of what the meteor couldn't.
God, I'd fucking love to go to Jurassic Park.
You go to you close your eyes and you go to Jurassic Park in your head.
I hope heaven is Jurassic Park. I hope John Hammond's there to give me a big hug.
He will be. He'll be there.
I'm choking on my own blood, Trevor. The dinosaur it came back and it got in my throat too.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. I'll avenge your death.
Thank you.
And she's gone.
Ba-da-da-da.
That's all today.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
All That in a Glass of Water podcast.
Ba-ba-da.
Join us next week.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
We'll be opening a bunch of strangers' bags.
That's going to be awesome.
Make sure to email your questions to allthatinaglasswater@gmail.com.
That's right.
And for now, until next week, I've been your host, Trevor.
I've been your other host, Lily.
Goodbye, everybody.
Sleep tight.
If you're not depressed before you started this episode, you will be by the end.
That's the hope, I think.
Yeah.